Hello, you lovely lot. Sarah Louise here, keeping it real. Today I wanted to talk to you about a combination of manifestation, water, and copper. That sounds like a strange one. So basically, water, as you know, is massively important. It's our life force. It's like the one thing that we can't live without. You know, secondary to breath, water is pretty much it. We're like, what is it, 70% water? I don't know the percentage. I think it's 70% water. So it's pretty damn important. So the first thing I want to say is really because it's so important, we take it for granted, and it's we really need to have a lot of respect for something that's so important to us. And I think the main thing that I think is disrespectful is that we tend to keep it and drink it in plastic bottles, man-made plastic rancid bottles. Now, straight away, you should be obviously not to drink tap water. That's like pretty much everyone knows that. Don't you know what I mean? So even if you've got to buy it in plastic bottles, if you haven't got a filter, I would say go and get yourself a water filter. Actually, there's a copper coil that you can put on your sink, which is really good. I mean, I'll get into the copper. I don't have a copper coil. I have a filter, but copper jug. I keep my water in my fridge in a copper jug. And when I'm out and about, I have my copper bottle. I'll tell you about the label in a minute. It's just out of respect for the water alone, let alone the health benefits of copper. If you're not interested in copper, glass and metal is fine, but keeping it in plastic is, it's not respectful. So going into the copper bit, copper is massively good for your health. It's good for getting rid of infections, and just feeling generally a lot better. I mean, the ancient Indians knew this. They would throw, this is where we get wishing wells, they would throw copper coins into the water because it get rid of all the bacteria in the water. So copper is really good for you. So that's why I suggest keeping it. It's for the two reasons: for the respect for the water, and because the health benefits of what it does to the water is going to be so much better for you. Now, water as well, I don't know how many people might know this, holds memory. Okay, so what you keep it in and what you sort of the environment it's around does have an effect on it. Now, this has been scientifically proven. I was going to get a picture up, but I forgot, and I'm not going to make another video on it. So basically, there was there's lots of different scientific studies, but the one that I'm talking about, it was about this copper coil. Now, this is a copper coil, but it's got water sealed in it. And what they did was, I always keep it on the end of my pendulum. My son made me that. Shout out to my son, Kieran. But usually it's on a necklace. You can buy them. But they showed you a photo of under a microscope of two glasses of water, same water, and one that had this next to it, not even in it, just next to the water, and one without. And you could see from the photos the difference. The water that had the copper next to it was living water. You could see it in the picture. Don't trust me, research this for yourself. And the one that didn't have it was just water. It's just, but it's like plants. If you give them energy. There was also another study, I don't know if anybody's read the Celestine Prophecies. I highly recommend that. Everyone should read that. It is a fictional book, but it is, it's based on facts, and there's a part in it where I'm not going to go too much into it, but basically it's two vegetable patches, exactly the same, blah blah blah. One of them was sat next to and given love, and the other one wasn't, and the vegetables were higher in nutrients and bigger. So yeah, so that is the same with water as well. So here's where the manifestation comes into play. Now, what I do is, depending on what you want, it could be like, say, you want a new job, or you want enough money to go on holiday, or it could be absolutely anything. It could be like just feeling calm, anything like that. Now, what you do is you write it down, but you don't write it down as a want. You write it down as if it's already happened. Okay, so like say if you wanted a job, you go for a job interview, you wouldn't put on there, I hope I get this job. You would put, I'm so grateful that I've got the job that I really wanted, or the job of my life or whatever. So mine at the moment, I've got breathe, I am calm and peaceful, and you just slap it on there, you know, tape it on there. Now this works to manifest in two ways. One, as I just told you, water does hold memory. So what you've and obviously as well, when you write something down, it really sort of puts it out there into the universe a lot more. You know, we know our thoughts create reality. We know our words create reality. Writing is what is really reinstalling that. That's why people keep journals. So you've written that and you've got it on your copper bottle. So your copper bottle, your water is already really alive because it's in your copper bottle. It's being charged with the memory of what you've written on that copper bottle. So it's already manifesting there. So that's one way. And at the same time, every time you take a mouthful of your drink, you're going to see your label. And it's going to install it into you. And you're going to think that, or you can even, I mean, I say it out loud, breathe, I'm calm and peaceful. So whatever's on there, not only is the water already charged with it, but also every time you have a swig, there you go, you're putting it out there. So it really, you know, you'd be amazed how good just drinking water is for manifesting if you treat it with respect. So yeah, I just, you know, I mean, I know there's all the obvious health benefits of water, and like I said to you before, about especially at the moment with the solar flares coming in, we do need a lot of water. But I don't think, you know, I just, it's one of those things. It's a routine for me and the children. You know, they go into the fridge, and this I make sure it's full, you know, and they pour it out of there, and it's just a routine, and it's so much better for them. It's so much better for your body. And it's so much more respectful for water, you know. I mean, copper itself, you know, you see people wearing copper bands and stuff like that because it's the health benefits. I could list them, but it's endless. It's good for arthritis. It's good for your memory. Copper is good for so many things. So it's really, you know, it's really, really good idea to keep your water there, and just stick a label on it. You can stick a label on your filter bottle. Like I said, I picked that jug up. I think that last one cost me about £7, I think, second hand. £7 because I'm here in England. Be dollars to you. Goodness knows what else to everybody else. But it's not a lot. And then you just, you know, even if you've got to buy it in plastic bottles, right? If you've got, like I say, if you can't get a filter, I mean, it's pretty easy to buy a filter, but if you can't get one, like I say, you can get these copper coils that go on your taps. I don't know all the ins and outs about those, but I've heard of them. So maybe something like that. But if the worst case scenario and you have to buy bottled water, you just pour it into your jugs and straight away that's it, and slap a label on them, and yeah, watch things manifest for you. It really is a good way of manifesting, and it's at the same time you're being respectful for your water, your life force, as well as your breath, and you're looking after your body and you're manifesting. I mean, it's a win-win situation. So yeah, just a simple little video. I haven't really got much else to say on the matter. I just thought I was quite shocked really how many people didn't realise the benefits of copper, and how many people didn't realise that water does hold memory. We could go deeper into that, but time's ticking away. And, you know, the manifestation, I'm trying to think who it was. No, Jake Juicy, that's it. It was Jake Juicy that told me that. Oh, well, he didn't tell me that. It was on one of his videos. No, actually, I read it from his book. So, but yeah, it bloody well works. So give it a go, guys. All right? So, nice to speak to you. Lots of love from my heart to yours.